Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. I'm so excited to share this with you today. I ordered some of the brand new Tomoe River paper. I got it from Dominique at PaperPenguin Co. off of Etsy. I went ahead and unsealed the package, but I have not yet opened it. So this is like, as far as I'm aware of, the third Tomoe River paper. Did I do four? Third. There was the original, and then they had like the new Tomoe River, and then this is the Sanzen, I think is the name. It was bought out by that company, so they redesigned the paper somewhat. I know it has, from a video that I watched, I can't remember, my friend Donna at South Shore Paper knows about it, but it was a lady who did a video on the new, and it was sort of like a spy secretive video. It was really cute. Anyway, she shared about some of the qualities of the new paper, but it's supposed to be very similar to the original Tomoe River, but with some alterations. So I ordered the larger Traveler's Notebook insert with the black cover. You can also get like a card, or not cardstock, but a craft paper style cover. I have done both, but I kind of like how I can decorate this and the things kind of show up on it nicely, kind of pop out against the black background, or I can write on it with white gel pen markers or Posca paint pens. So that's a cute little business card. Very nice. So let's take a look. Let's test this paper out. I want to see if I have a, yes, I do. I just wasn't sure the paper page number. So it's 160 pages, Traveler's Notebook, 52 GSM. And this is the white Traveler's Notebook, Tomoe River Successor. So that's what it's called. I got the dots, but I believe it's available in plain, lined, and grid. For sure, the grid. And you can see it was about $17, $17.50 with shipping. You know, it's these usually last me a while, and I have such a delightful experience writing on good paper that works well with the fountain pens that I allow myself to do that and enjoy the paper that I'm using the pens with. So anyway, not that I have to explain my purchases, but that is how I justify spending that on a notebook. So just off the top of my head, this feels super smooth. The dotting is gray, very soft gray. It looks darker against each sheet, but in and of itself, it's a nice little light grid. And what I usually do is write in the front. Let's go ahead and do that while I'm thinking about it. And then you will test it. So this is the Sanzen Tomoe River paper. We'll just abbreviate 160 pages. And it's 52 GSM. And this is from PaperPenguin Co. I like to do this. This has really been helpful to me to write in the front of my notebooks. A few little facts like that. Excuse me. Then if I ever want to buy it again, or I'm not sure what it was, this is helpful. A while back, I bought several that were different kinds of papers. They all had the black cover. They all looked the same, but the paper felt a little different, but that helped me keep straight which paper was which. So let's go to the back. I don't like to test right away, like the last page against the cover against a hard counter, because I feel like that's a different writing experience than when you have all the cushioning of the previous pages. So I'm going to just start back here and let the cushioning of the previous pages make it a little bit softer. So I have been enjoying my pens and the inks in each one, but I'm not sure which one I want to test with here. And I don't know what happened. Oh, here it is. It's hiding in here. my brass sport. By the way, I do have this handy. This is from a Cafe Notes. It's Tomoe River paper, so we can compare. Let's see. Let's just do the Stormy Gray, and we'll just write that out. So far, so good. Then I'm just writing which pen I used. So I think when it's dry, we can see if it shows up the shimmer, but I am seeing the little gold specks now. It feels smooth. Here's the classic marks we make when we're showing our inks and pens. I'm not sure why. I guess down and across strokes and how it would be in cursive. I like this. I feel like it's not quite as slippery as the original Tomoe River paper. Which, I mean, I love writing on it, but I feel like, as I've said 1,000 times, the Cosmo Air Light, in contrast, is a little more, like it grips the pen. That's the only way I know how to say it. It doesn't feel draggy, but it feels like it's more controlled. And sometimes with the original Tomoe River paper, I felt like my writing is just a little more sloppy, like the pen is gliding along rather than going through in a more controlled manner. So let's just see if I can tell any difference off the bat. It seems like the wetness of the original is a little bit maybe longer lasting. This is a very unscientific comparison. I'm not good at precision and thinking things through for a long time. I just like to jump in there and try them out. I'm seeing a little more shimmer with the original Tomoe TRP. Let's try something else. Sanzen. I like this a lot though. I feel like it's a real good, let's see, how do you spell successor? One of those tricky words. I interrupted myself again. I feel like this is a good combination of some of the elements that I like about the Cosmo paper, a little more catching the nib, a little more controlled feeling to the writing, but still the nice, very nice, smooth experience. Hopefully I'm not continually going off screen here. And I'm seeing a ton of shimmer now, and it might just be that the ink needed to work its way through just a little bit. Yeah, it shows off the gold specks in this ink beautifully. So, oh yeah, that is really coming out now. Not new ink, welcome new paper. It's very wet, so maybe I was mistaken. I'm not sure that there is a whole lot of difference in the wetness of how the ink feels on the paper. You know, like sometimes it just soaks it up and it's like, you know, and it's just like a sponge. This feels like it sits there a minute, really shows off that sheen. Ooh, I like it. And I like how it feels. I think this is going to be wonderful. I don't think I will be mourning the loss of the original Tomoe River paper. I think I will really like this a lot. So if you've noticed, if you watch my videos and you have a similar paper preference as I do, I think you will be happy with this. Let's see how it works with the bleed through though. No bleed through at all. I mean, if I hold it up, of course, to the light, I can see through. Where I made my mistake and I scratched it out, there's a bit of an indentation, but no bleed through at all. And that's a pretty wet writing ink. Maybe we'll try another. Let's try the Lamy Azurite. Azurite, how do you say it? And again, this is in a TWSBI Eco broad nib. And it's my purple one. Because even within these, sometimes I feel like there's a little bit of a difference. That shows up really beautifully. This is a nice color. Like, they call it white, but I feel like it's... Let me find a white something. It's not like a stark white. If I can only find something white on the 10 million things in front of me. Hang on. Need both hands. Let's just use the cardboard here. So yes, you can see there, I believe. I would call this white. And this is not as white. Yeah, now when I'm looking at the notes, I don't know, I can't remember. I don't really see where it's, yeah, it is in there. It does say white. So that's their version of white, which I'm happy with. I don't generally like the white paper. I like a little bit of an off-white or a creamy. That looks really pretty. Let's see, let's try. Been really enjoying my Bennu. I forget what I have in it till I start writing. Oh yes, ooh, Kujaku. These are all feeling really nice on this paper. This one has a little more feedback, but it's still like a nice flowing pen. Really like that. Let's try one more. Let's try the Lamy Vista. This is the Alt Gold Grün, and I think I'm running out of it, with, it's got the White Lightning in it. And actually, I'm not liking it as much on this paper. It seems a little dry, but now that the ink is working through the nib, it's seeming better, so I take that back. It's pretty good. I'm still not real wild about this ink. But it is much better with the White Lightning in it. But I know that this pen can write super wet and flowy, my favorite, with different inks. Let's do, this is just so much fun, keeping you way too long. Kaweco, oh, this is marvelous. Like that, not so good, this awesome. I think, I can't remember if this is Aurora Purple or if this is Yamabudo. I should look at my ink guide, but I won't prolong this anymore. I would say thumbs up on this paper. Definitely enjoyed all the writing with these quick little samples, this being my least favorite, but that ink overall is ending up to not be a favorite to me, even though I think it's a pretty color. I'm not finding that I really like writing with it, even with the White Lightning. It's much better, like I said, but I would say the writing experience isn't nearly as pleasant as these, but I would blame that, not the paper. So yes, it feels like a medium thickness, you know, this is what it sounds like. Kind of has a little bit of that crinkle. I think those are comparable. I think it's good. I think it's a great successor. So thank you to the Sanzen company for rescuing us from the pit of despair, because we were all like, you know, frightened and worried about losing our favorite paper. At least I speak for some of us, I know, not everybody. Glad to have that. And I want to thank Dominique at PaperPenguin Co. for carrying this paper and for the very quick service. I think it just took, I don't know, less than a week probably to get this order. So awesome. It's hard to wait when you're really looking forward to trying something. I hope that's helpful to some of you out there. If you have tried the Successor, I would love to know what your opinions are. And again, I'm a learner. I'm a newbie. I'm discovering all this, much of it for the first time, so I do not claim to be an expert. This is just my opinion and my experience. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon. Take care. Bye.